Hey, so hello. Welcome to a new Plugin Guru video. My name is John Skippy Limcool. How are you doing? Hey, so I have some really cool stuff to show you. I'm going to try to keep this short, but it's super cool what has happened. In the last 2 weeks, 2 of my customers have converted 7 Omnisphere libraries that they have purchased into Unify format. So they are available to be loaded in as Unify patches and create what I just showed you super easily. Super fun. It's amazing stuff. So I want to cover real quickly the libraries so you know which ones they are, how to install them because it's super easy. Now for these to work, you have to own Omnisphere. So colors for Keyscape, of course, requires that you own Keyscape as well as Omnisphere too. Now what's cool with this, I love the Keyscape library. Right? So there's dark, there's bright, there's super bright, there's the absolute brightest. Super bright rock. There's all these really cool chilly hip hop ones so you can which are really fun to combine with like Cloud City with all the really cool hip hop grooves and stuff. Set this like 75 or so, go to chaos, go to complicated life, and let's get some sort of BPM pad into this. Right? It's so fun to add. Let's go to Omniverse 3. Let's go to the BPM stuff and let's find a really cool BPM pad. How about Moonlight Fairies? And what's fun with this is I could simply go over here and say, all these guys, as far as the pads, I want the drums to continue. So all I have to do is just click here and drag. So I have nothing in the left hand. So I could go up here to a BPM bass, like working overnight. That should be interesting to add to this. And bring this down to C3 as well, or B2 actually would be the cutoff point between the two. Then we can go to another bass from another library. Let's go to Tetrasonics, because it's got some cool, complicated, interesting stuff going on. Add this to Unify. Set it so that it's also at B2. In fact, you could right click and just say B2, and it's there. As you can see, my processor, because Unify is multiprocessor savvy, each layer of Omnisphere is on its own core. So it's not like building an Omnisphere multi where they all have to share one core. Each one of these are on their own thread of the computer. So I can play all the notes. And I have lots of room on the processor to spare. So it's not even something like I have to immediately bounce it down to audio, because everybody talks about how much CPU power Omnisphere takes up and how much Keyscape and so forth takes up. But when they're on separate threads, it gets a lot more easy to manage. Okay, so these libraries, how do you install them? Well, you buy the library. So if you don't have Omnipulse, then you go to my website, pluginguru.com, which is, hey, that just happens to be right here. And you could go to the product list like this, and over here you'll see all these that say O2/Unify. All of those are available and come with Unify patches, as well as Omnisphere patches. And so you could go to Omnipulse Volume 1. We haven't done Volume 2. But once you buy the library and download it, you'll get a zip file, you unzip it. All you have to do by going to Omnisphere and you go utility and you say install.omnisphere, navigate to it and install it. It's far easier for Unify. All you have to do is take the unify.guru file and drag it over here and say yes. And boom, done. It refreshes the browser. They're all there ready to go. It's very easy. Now these files are not protected. I decided not to do the licensing and all that stuff. So please don't distribute these to your friends. Ask your friends to go spend. It's not that expensive. And each of these libraries took months to create. So I hope you can see that and don't just give these away to people for free. I would appreciate that. So there are 8 libraries in Omnisphere format that are available for Unify. Tetrasonics, Colors, Mega Magic Pads is interesting in that Omnisphere has this limit of 1 sample across the keyboard that you can import, right? So you can import 1 sample and it plays. Well, if you're crazy, like I am, you'll do stuff like this. You try loading in 6 samples. Sounds so much better. This is because, I'll show you how I did it, and you can do this too, go for it. What you have to do is go to multi-mode, and each patch is set up as a unique sample that you've multi-sampled, right? Then you go to stack mode and turn that on and limit each range of each patch. And the drawback with this is that if I want to change the attack of this, I have to edit the attack in 6 different patches. So this is part of what made me start my journey with Shane to create Unify, is now we have Battleborn. If I go to the Unify standard library, I have Battleborn. And it's all the samples, and all I need to do is just edit the attack. Right? And I'm changing the samples of all of these samples together. So Unify makes editing samples like it should be with a sampler. Okay, so Mega Magic Pads is available. Omni Chill, which is really cool. Down tempo, chill, pulsy, perky, plucky, cool effects and transition things and jury duty. Right? There's all sorts of cool dreamy guitars. So you can just play them, put a groove over the top and have a good time. So Omnichill, Omnipulse is nothing but BPM patches. There's 3 different libraries of Omnipulse. This is just volume 1. We'll be doing volume 2 and volume 3 in the future. Omniverse 1, this is the first library I ever made for Omnisphere. Right? You can just take this one library, combine a couple patches, fun stuff, ready to go. There's so much to play with. Enjoy these patches. Again, you need to own Omnisphere for this to work. When you get to working with these, you need to make sure that on the plugin page for Omnisphere, that it's the VST version. If we get down here and we see Omnisphere, you will see it is the VST, not the VST3. VST2 equals VST. So that's the version that needs to be inside of Unify for all of these libraries to do their work. This way they're cross-platform. Okay, so enjoy. Thank you for your support. Sincerely appreciate, and we'll see you later.